Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gentle Movement at Home for Thursday, June 25th. So glad you could join us today as we get ready to wind down this series. So we're in the last stretch of 3. So I'm Jen Hansen from PMBC and joined today by Neil Pearson. Just a little note, Neil isn't able to provide specific medical advice, as many of you know. If you do have specific questions about your conditions, please talk with your healthcare provider. However, at the end, we will take questions for Neil. So please put them in the Q&A. I'll read them out and Neil will answer them. You can access this recording after we're finished through YouTube, through our PMBC's YouTube channel, and as well through our Facebook page. And we've got over 30 recordings there now since we've been doing this 3 times a week since the beginning of April. So there's a really good stockpile, I think, of sessions that if you're interested in continuing while we're taking our summer break, those are freely available to you. And we encourage everyone to revisit some of the past sessions throughout the summer. We'll launch a little poll at the end of this so you can give us your feedback. And then if you need any help during session, just type in the chat for any technical support. After today, as I mentioned, we've got 3 more sessions. So tomorrow, June 26th with Colleen Jorgensen. Monday, June 29th at 12, again with Colleen, and then Neil is back for our final session on Tuesday. So Neil, I'm going to miss spending my noon hours with you, but I'll savor these last 2 sessions. So over to you.
Great, thanks, Jen, and welcome everyone. So today we're going to start in a seated position, and then we'll come to standing and then come back to seated again. And it'll be a little bit of focus on more of the upper body today. So hopefully that will serve you. Remember that the idea here is to pause anytime you want. If you need to catch your breath again, or if you're feeling like your body's had enough of a certain movement, go ahead, pause, sort of regroup, and then decide whether you're going to carry on or whether you'll wait until we're doing something that feels like the right thing to do, a safe thing to do. So find yourself a nice, comfortable seat. Hopefully you're sitting in a chair that's comfortable for you. For right now, you can have your back against the back of the chair. Hopefully it's not leaning back too far. But be in a bit of an upright position, sort of scan through your body and notice how you're feeling. Maybe you want to release some of the tension around your shoulders, or maybe some tension around your eyes. And then for a moment, take your awareness to your breath and notice what's happening in your breath. The length of your breath and the pace of your breath, what part of your body's moving while you breathe, whether it feels smooth, catchy, short, quick. Then shift your attention from your breath to your body and notice whatever you feel in your body, whatever sensations come up, whatever perceptions you get. Now, if there's pain or tension or discomfort, notice those, but at the same time, or just after you do that, sort of acknowledge that, notice that, and do your best to sort of say, okay, I got it. What else is going on in my body? So you can be a bit of an explorer to see whatever other sensations are there today, right now. And then shift your attention again. This time, notice what's happening in your mind. What thoughts are there right now? What emotions are there right now? The idea for this right now is not so much to change things. You certainly can change things if you notice it, but rather to notice what's happening with body, breath, thoughts, and emotions, and pain before you start. One of the things that we know about good pain care is it's helpful to have some guideline or some baseline that you can measure yourself on later, or you can compare. So before you start, get into the practice, make it a bit of a ritual just to check in. What's happening in your body, what's happening in your breath, what's happening in your mind, what's happening in the pain. If fatigue is something that you have, what's happening around fatigue and sense of energy. Again, not so much because you want to change stuff right away. It's just to notice where you are so you can compare later on. So switch from awareness or attention and noticing over to what we call regulation or changing. So right now, make your breath longer. You don't need to make it deeper. If deeper would feel okay, go ahead, you can do that. But focus more on longer, like you're breathing in a little bit longer than you were just a moment ago, and you're breathing out just a little bit longer than you were a moment ago. And hopefully this feels good because we're going to focus on lengthening our breath all the way through the practice today. As you breathe in longer and as you breathe out longer, try to find a way to do it with the least amount of effort. Find a way to do it so it feels like it's smoother as well as longer and less effort. Sometimes we say make it feel softer. And the idea of softer really is less effort. And it can take time, it can take practice to get this. For now, the biggest focus on make it last longer. And if you lose your breath, pause, catch your breath again, come on back again. So now that you've got that breath, what I'd like you to do is sit at the edge of the chair. So, or come forward, you don't have to be right at the edge of the chair, but come forward so your back is away from the back of the chair. Make your spine a bit taller. Feel your feet solid down on the floor. You can feel your seat on the chair. You can feel your shoulders relaxing down a bit. And then soften your gaze, like you're looking out in front of you. Maybe a wall there. Well, I'm guessing there's a wall or a window in front of you. So imagine that you're not looking at that, but you're looking way out, like you're looking at that 10,000 mile away kind of gaze. So softening your gaze, and so you can see everything that's out in front of you, but you're not focusing on any one thing. So you're finding that type of gaze while you're making your breath longer. Longer inhale and longer exhale. Great. Now the next movement that we're going to do is you're going to bring your hands up, your palms up, almost like the heels of your hands are going to come towards your eyes. So the heel of your hand will be across the cheekbone, and your palms will be covering your eye and eye socket. As you breathe in, lift your head up and come into a little bit of a back bend. And as you breathe out, come on back down, let your arms come down, look down towards your knees and the floor. And when you breathe in again, hands come up. As you breathe out, you come on back down again. And so just do this gently. You move your neck only as far as it feels comfortable. Your hands, when they come to your head, it's almost like your hands are supporting your head as you're going back and as you bring your head back down again. But lengthen your breath still. Make it last longer. As you go back, feel your back coming into a bit of a back bend in the upper back, and then let your shoulders round a bit as you come forward again. Great. And when your arms come down and your head comes down next time, have your eyes open, once again looking at that soft gaze, 10,000 miles out there looking forward. So take your left arm and take it out to the side now. Keep your body still, just gently turn your head towards your hand. So if your neck is only coming to here, then have your arm out here. So look out towards that hand and bring your hand towards the front. Bring it across your body, over to the other shoulder. Let your gaze follow your hand. Just coming around to the front, across your body, bending your elbow so your hand comes to your shoulder, then taking your hand across the front of your body, out to the side. Neck and eyes are following your hand all the way around. Keeping your breath long while you do this. So I'm breathing in as I take my arm out, and breathing out as I bring my arm across the front of my body, all the way over to my shoulder, and starting that breath in. So you may need to change how fast you're moving depending on your breath. After your hand comes to your shoulder next time, just let your hand come on down. Do the same thing the other side. Just take your arm out. Decide whether you should have it straight out to the side or a little bit towards the front, depending on how your shoulder feels, depending on where you can get your neck. So look towards that hand. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your hand towards the front, across the front of your body. Bend the elbow, hand comes in. Breathe in as you take your arm across your body and out to the side. Breathe out. Arm comes across, head and eyes follow that hand. Hand to the shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, if your breath and your movement aren't syncing up to mine, go ahead and use your pace. I know it can be a little bit hard when you're watching someone, but do your best. So next time your arm gets to your shoulder, let your arm come on back down again. Find that tall spine, let your shoulders relax a little bit, soften your gaze again. This time, take both of your hands behind your head. So you can just put your hands on the back of your head like this, or you can intertwine your fingers together, whatever would feel better. So your hands come back. Let your shoulders come out this time. Lift up your chest a bit, pull your shoulders open a little bit, and then as you breathe out next time, come down into a forward, bit of a forward bend, a little bit of fold. Come on back up. Soft gaze, still looking far out in front of you. Come into a back bend if that feels okay. And when you breathe out and come down, if it feels okay to pull your head down to get a bit of a stretch, do that. So you're still lengthening your breath, lengthening your exhale as you come down. Lengthening your inhale as you go up. Pulling your shoulders back, elbows back. A bit of a back bend, a bit of a look up with your neck. And then after your next exhale, just let your arms come on down. Bring your head back up. And now I didn't tell you, if your arms are getting tired from doing that, from the arm movement like this, or from having your hands behind your head, you can pause, give your shoulders a bit of a shake around before you continue. So this time, take your hands and arms down to the side. Your palms are facing towards the front. You've got your spine tall. Lengthening your inhale, lengthening your exhale. And when you breathe in next time, take your arms up. If it feels okay to take them all the way up to the sky, do that. When you breathe out, let your arms come on back down again. So slow down the movement of your arms so you can make your breath last longer on the inhale. Make your breath last longer on the exhale. While you're doing this, you're looking forward. Soft gaze. Only take your arms up, whatever feels like the right amount to do it. When your arms come down next time, just pause for a moment. Check in again, make sure you're doing okay. Oh, I just need to grab a little sip of water. Sorry about that. All right, so back to that chair sit. You can feel your feet on the floor, you can feel your seat in the chair, you can feel your spine tall. What I'd like you to do at this point is to engage your legs. So it's like you're trying to draw your legs in towards each other just a little bit. Just a little bit of effort. Put your hand down on your lower belly, so between your belly button and your pubic bone. And just ever so gently there, draw your belly in away from your hand, just a little bit. And then move that hand up to your lower ribs and ever so gently draw your lower ribs in just a bit. So you're drawing in your legs a bit, lower belly a bit, lower ribs. Take your attention to your shoulder blades. Ever so gently draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. And then take your attention to the front of your neck and ever so gently draw the front of your neck in towards the back of your neck. So there's just a little bit of effort in your neck, around your shoulder blades, around your ribs, lower belly, and legs. You've got that sense of drawing in. And now let all that go. Shift around if that feels good. Take your attention to your shoulders now. Now in our shoulders, we have the bone coming up and there's a ball at the top of the bone, the top of the upper arm, and it sits in the socket like this. So what I'd like you to do is to, just like you did with drawing in the other parts of your body, do that around your shoulders like you're pulling the balls into the sockets. You have to imagine this. And as you do it, you'll probably feel the muscles of your chest, your pecs tighten up and your upper traps, muscle across the top of your shoulder, and maybe the muscles under your arms contract. So you feel all that, but hopefully you can feel that drawing in around your shoulders a bit, and then see if you can continue to do that, but let the big muscles relax. Let your pecs relax. Let your big muscles across the top of your shoulder relax, the ones underneath your arms, so it feels like it's happening from the inside. Or draw in really, really gently at your shoulders. So now come back to your breath. So you've got that sensation of the balls gently drawing into the sockets of your shoulders. And if you're having a hard time finding it, just keep on trying. Keep at it. It's a little bit like throwing a dart at the center of the dartboard and you can't get it there. Just keep on trying. You're going to be able to figure out how to do this with some practice. So you've got that drawing in just a little bit and you've lengthened your breath again. If you started to hold your breath or your breath got tight, slow it down again. We can do those same movements while you're going to continue with the long breath and that gentle sense of drawing in. So bring your hands back up to your head. Long breath, drawing into the shoulders. Breathe in, lift up your elbows, come into a bit of a back bend. Breathe out, come on back down, let your hands come down. Just drawing in your shoulders, lifting your hands up, coming into a bit of a back bend, head up just a bit, maintaining that sense of drawing your shoulders in, the balls in the socket as your arms come down. Now it can be hard to do this, contracting just a little bit in your shoulders, engaging just a bit, but do your best. Try not to overcontract. Try not to make it a big drawing in, just a little bit drawing in the shoulders, hands coming up, still drawing in as your head comes up, little back bend, and then release, and your arms come down. Release around your shoulders. Come back to that long breath. Lengthen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Take your left arm out to the side. Draw in. Create that sensation like you're drawing the ball into the socket in your shoulders. Take a breath in here. Keep drawing in, and as you breathe out, let your hand come towards the front, your eyes follow your hand, bend your elbow. Then when you get here, breathe in. Hand comes across, all the way out to the side. Breathe out, hand comes around to the front. Head and eyes follow your hand. While you're doing this, you're doing your best to draw gently in at your shoulder, all the way through the movement of your shoulder, neck, breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, drawing in at the shoulder. And then let your arm come on back down again. Try the same thing on the other side. Shift around, take a pause if you need to. So come back to your breath, lengthen your breath. The right shoulder, draw in just a little bit. Keep that shoulder drawing in just a little as your arm comes out there. Take your breath in. And as you breathe out, look to the hand and let your hand come to the front, your eyes and neck come to the front, into the shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, drawing that ball into the socket the whole way through, lengthening your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your arm come on back down. Take both of your hands behind your head. Once they get up here, gently draw in again. It's going to feel different to do it in this position. Gently draw your shoulders in, lengthen your breath, take your elbows a little bit to the side. As you breathe out next time, come down into a rounding of the spine. Do your best to keep on drawing in at the shoulders as you come back up. A little bit of a back bend. And as you come down, you're still drawing in at the shoulders. So breathe in, lengthen that inhale. Breathe out, lengthen the exhale. Gently drawing into shoulders while you do this. If it would feel good when you come up to let your arms come back, do that. Elbows come back. If it would feel good as you go down to draw your head a little bit down, your chin towards your chest a bit more, go ahead and do that. And after the end of your next exhale, let your arms come down. Bring yourself back up to that tall spine. Give your shoulders a bit of a shake or your spine a bit of movement around. Come back to that soft gaze, that way out there in the distance gaze. Look forward. Turn your palms forward. Let your shoulders come down. Breathe in. Take your arms up while you draw the ball into the socket. Let your arms come down while you draw the ball into the socket. Just try this a few times. If you need to pause and then draw in and then start the movement, go ahead. Whatever would feel best for you. Lengthen your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. Lift your arms up to the spot that feels the right amount for you. Remember, you can pause anytime you want. You do not need to keep going. If this does not feel safe, if you're thinking you're going to pay for this later, pause. Maybe you need to modify what you're doing. Or maybe the best thing to do right now is to carry on imagining this. You can imagine drawing that ball in. You can imagine slowing your breath down. You can imagine doing this movement. When your arms come down next time, let them rest again. Now from here, I'm going to get you to come to standing if that feels okay. If you want to stay in sitting, you certainly can. Because we're going to do similar movements, but from a standing position. So feet underneath your shoulders. Try to get the weight relatively even on your feet, from the front of your feet to the back, from the inside to the outside. If you happen to feel like your toes are grabbing the earth, see if you can let that relax a bit. So a few moments ago, I got you to create a sense of drawing in. This time, I want you to create a sensation like you're getting longer, like your body is getting more space in it. So you can feel your feet on the floor. So create a sensation like your legs are getting longer, like your spine is getting longer, like up into your neck and your head is getting a bit longer. Like your arms are getting a bit longer, your fingers and your toes are getting a bit longer. And lengthen your breath again. As you lengthen your breath, you're creating a sensation like you're breathing into your body, like you're making more space in your body. Before it was about drawing in, and now it's about reaching out. But even within your body, reach, make more space with your breath. Longer inhale, longer exhale. And then when you finish your next exhale, just let that go. Remember, you can shift around if you need to. If you tried standing and it doesn't feel like the right thing to do, certainly come back into the chair. So once again, take your attention to your shoulders. Just like you did with your body of trying to create more space in your body, do your best to create more space or create a sensation of more space in your shoulders. So sometimes as you breathe in, you can feel like you're breathing, almost like breathing into the shoulder joint, as if the ball is somehow moving a little bit away from the socket. And maybe you can create that same sensation with the muscles of your body, like you're letting the muscles release around your shoulder this time. So rather than drawing in, the relaxing, releasing around the shoulder. So creating that sense of space, creating that sense of letting go around your shoulders. Maintain that sensation. Bring your hands back up again. There's still that space at your shoulders. Breathe in, lift up, come into a back bend. Breathe out, come forward. Head comes down towards your palms and your palms come down. And breathe in, same idea, back up again. But as you do this, create that sensation of length in or space in your shoulders. It would feel good to create a sensation of length and space in your spine. Go ahead and do that as well. Stay with that long exhale. After your next exhale, let that go. Shake your shoulders if you want to do that a little bit. If you're noticing while you're standing like your knees are locked back, soften them a little bit so you can create a little bit of still, like you're doing a little bit of work in your legs while you're standing. You still got that long spine, you've got that sensation of space and letting go around your shoulders. Take the left arm out to the side, turn your head and look towards it. Take a breath in. There's still space around your shoulder. Keep that sensation of space around your shoulder as you breathe out. Arm comes to the front, elbow bends, shoulder, hand to your shoulder, breathe in. Take your arm across. See if you can keep on creating that sensation of space in the shoulder joint. And this time you're focusing on the shoulder, the left shoulder. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And one more breathing out. Let that arm come down. Shift around if you need to. If at all you're feeling like you need some balance, hand on the chair, body against the chair, put your back against the wall, whatever you need. Or you can sit back down. You can sit down, pause, and come back if you want to, or stay in standing, whatever would serve you best. Once again, lengthen your breath. Create that sensation of space or letting go on your shoulder. Take your arm up to that just right spot, wherever it is, out to the side. Turn and look towards it. Keep that sensation of space or letting go on your shoulder as you breathe out next time. Hand comes to the front. Elbow bends, hand comes to the shoulder. Let your gaze follow and your head follow your hand. Set the pace of the movement to your breath. So you breathe in, breathe out. Creating that sensation of space in your shoulder. Hopefully you can remember what it felt like a few moments ago when you did this while you were drawing in. One last time, breathing out. Let your arm come on back down again. Feel your feet solid on the floor, shift around, whatever would feel good. Knees a little bit soft, spine a little bit long. Look forward, soften your gaze. Create that sensation of space around your shoulders. Keep that sensation, hands come behind your head. Take a breath in. As you lift up, pull your shoulders back into a bit of a back bend. Breathe out, go the other way. Lengthen your breath. Let go around your shoulders. Soften your gaze. After your next exhale, let your hands come down. Come on back up again. Soften gaze. Look forward. Turn your palms forward. Feel your feet on the ground, the length of your legs, length of your spine, a little bit of space in your shoulders, letting go around your shoulders. It's like your idea of keeping your shoulders soft while you breathe, while you lift them. So breathe in next time, and as you breathe in, take your arms up, create that sensation of space, letting go in your shoulders. Keep it while you come back down again. Sometimes it's easier to focus on it while you're lifting your arms up, but do your best to focus on it while you get your arms to come back down again. So next time your arms come down, let them relax for a moment. If it would feel best to sit back down just for a moment to take a break or just shift yourself around a little bit, go ahead and do that. If your back is getting tight from standing up like this, then come into a forward bend. If it would feel better to do a few back bends with your back or some side bends, go ahead and do that. So whether you're seated or whether you're standing up, just take your index fingers and your thumbs and press them together. I'm holding them up here so you can see, but you can hold your arms down at your sides. So squeeze them together as hard as you can so you really have a lot of effort in your hand, and then let go. Give your hands a bit of a shake, release that tension. Bring your thumbs and fingers together and do that again, but this time only half as hard. So squeeze them together about half as hard as you did the first time. Feel the amount of tension when you do that. Then let go, give your hands a bit of a shake, move them around a little bit, and then come on back and do it again. So thumbs and fingers together again. So now you're going to squeeze half as hard as last time. So you're down around 25%. So there's some effort there. And you can feel the amount of tension in your hands. And then let that go. Give your hands a bit of a movement or shake around. And then last time, do it again. Fingers and thumbs back together. Now half as much as that. So you're down at like 12.5 or 10%. You're down at the spot where you can just feel the effort of squeezing your thumbs towards your fingers. You can just feel some effort that's happening in your hands. You're not feeling effort that's coming up your arms. All right, so let your arms come down for a moment. Come back to your breath. Lengthen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Make it a bit longer again. Find that just right length for you. So breathe like that a few breaths. As you're doing that breathing, what I'd like you to do is to think back to these movements that we've been doing. And I had you at one point drawing in, or I had you at another point reaching out, making space, letting go. I'd like you to choose which one of those two you liked better, whichever one felt better when you're doing it. So doesn't matter why, just choose whichever one felt better. And I'm going to get you to do it one more time, whichever way you liked. So I'm going to take you through the movements. You might be making more space or you may be drawing in. But the focus this time is lengthen your breath, inhale and exhale, but find the right amount of effort. So maybe the right amount of effort for you today is drawing in that really small amount. Or maybe the right amount of effort for making space and letting go is a small amount. Or maybe it's larger. Right? So find the right spot for you. And maybe you can start right now. So from seated, from standing, take your attention to your shoulders. If you liked drawing in, try drawing in just really gently, just like you did with your hands. And see, does that feel like a better way to do it than really hard? Or maybe it feels a little bit better to do it with a little bit more drawing in. Or if you like the making space and letting go, there's still some effort in doing that. So maybe don't put all of your effort into it, but just do it in more of a soft, gentle way. So I'm going to continue to refer to whatever you came to as the right amount, just as the right amount of effort. So with your breath longer inhale, longer exhale. Feet are on the floor, knees are a little bit soft, spine's a bit tall. Find that right amount of effort around your shoulders, the right amount of effort of drawing in or the right amount of effort of letting go. Keep on maintaining that while we go through these movements that we've been doing. So you bring your hands back up, your palms are going to be over your eye sockets. You breathe in, you lift up, supporting your neck and head with your hands, and you breathe out, coming back down. But you've got the right amount of effort as you do this around your shoulders. Maybe you're drawing in a bit, maybe you're making space, but it's the right amount of effort. So as you do this, focus on lengthening your exhale, lengthening your inhale, getting a gentle back bend in your upper back, and finding that right effort around your shoulders. And after your arms come on back down next time and head back down, let your shoulders relax again. Come back to your breath if you've lost it a bit. Pause if you want to, sit down if you want to. You've got to make the best decision around this. Find your breath, longer inhale, longer exhale. Find that right amount of effort around your shoulders. Take your left arm out to the side, look towards that hand, find the right effort around that shoulder, breathe in, breathe out, bring your hand towards the front, bring it across your body, bend your elbow, take it to your shoulder, breathe in, across the front of your body, out to the side. Breathe out. You're finding that right effort in your shoulder as you do this, slowing down the pace of the movements, or finding the right pace of the movement so it matches up with your breath. Breathe out as you come across. Head and eyes follow that hand. Breathe in. Right amount of effort in your shoulder. Knowing you can pause anytime you want to. You do not need to keep on going. Just because I'm still going, or even if you think, well, I should be able to go more, don't make it about what you should be able to do. Make it about what's happening right now. You know your pain is a moving target. So it's okay to modify what you're doing based on how the pain's doing and how the other protective mechanisms are working. So after your hand comes to that shoulder next time, let your arm come on back down. If you need to shake it around or move your knees or hips, go ahead and do that. We'll try the other side. Lengthen your breath. Inhale and exhale. Find the right amount of effort around that shoulder. Take your arm up to the side. Breathe in. As you breathe out next time, let your arm come around to the front of your body. Head and eyes follow the hand to your shoulder. Breathe in, hand comes across, right amount of effort at that shoulder. Maintain that right amount of effort to the shoulder as your hand comes across. Breathe in. Breathe out. Head and eyes are following your hand as best as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. The right amount of effort at your shoulder. Let your arm come on back down. Take a seat for a rest, or if that's the best place to go, or stay where you are and standing. Feel your feet again. Lengthen your breath again. Lengthen your spine a bit. Find the right amount of effort around your shoulders. Maintain that. Take your hands behind your head, either intertwining your fingers or just cupping your head into your hands. Draw your elbows away from each other. When you breathe in next time, lift up your head, come into a bit of a back bend, pull your hands back. If that feels okay, come forward, draw your chin down, draw your elbows towards the front. Find the right amount of effort around your shoulders here. Maybe it's better to work on letting go around the shoulders. Maybe it's better to draw in just a bit while you do this. Maybe you've already done enough with your shoulders and you want to give them a break for a moment. So you can imagine the movement if you want to. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Right amount of effort. Then release your arms down, give them a bit of a shake if that would feel okay, if that feels like the right thing to do. Feet are on the floor, spine is long, shoulders are in that right amount of effort. Long inhale, long exhale. Look forward. Extend your gaze. Soften your focus. Turn your palms towards the front of your body. Take a breath in, take your arms out, keep the right amount of effort in your shoulders as your arms come up and as they come down. Breathe in, reach your arms up. If it would feel good to lift your chest and lift your head as your arms come up, go ahead and do that. If the best thing to do for today is lift your arms up to shoulder height, do that. Find the right amount of length of your breath in and out, the right amount of movement of your arms up and down, the right amount of effort around your shoulders. The right amount of back bend as you lift up. One more time. Once your arms come down, have a seat back in your chair. If you're okay with staying away from the back of the chair, go ahead and do that. If it would feel best to give your body a bit of a break and have your spine against the back of the chair, go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do it with my spine a little bit tall away from the back of the chair so I can feel my feet on the ground, feel my toes are relaxed. I've got some effort of lengthening my spine, but not too much. Come back to that lengthening inhale, lengthening exhale. That soft gaze, looking forward. So you're dividing your attention right now between the gaze out to the front and listening to the signals from inside your body. With your soft gaze, looking forward, also look inside and notice what's happening now. Notice your breath. You can let go of the effort of extending your inhale and extending your exhale, or stay with that. Notice what's happening in your body now. Notice tension in your body. Notice if there's any areas of discomfort or pain in your body. Notice what's happening in your thoughts now. Notice what's happening in your emotions right now. And if there's anything you want to remember from this practice today, maybe it was something about the drawing in or finding the right effort or those movements that we were doing, sort of hold on to that so you can remember. In a moment, Jen's going to bring a poll up on the screen and we'll see if anyone has any questions and answers, or answers. So never really thought of that before. If you have any answers that you'd like to provide, please do that. So I'll bring it back to you, Jen.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Neil. Great session. You may see a flurry of cleaning activity behind me. My little boy is doing some household chores, so I'm not going to stop him. So great. If everyone can fill out the poll, that would be amazing. Thank you for your feedback in advance. And yeah, I don't know that we have any questions today. So I'll end the poll now. Everyone's done that. So yeah, I guess we will see, Neil, we'll see you Tuesday. Right. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, wishing everyone who came today a great weekend. And if you're watching this by recording, yeah, hope you can join us live for the last 3 sessions. But if not, we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.